Hello, students, and welcome to our math lesson for today. We will start today with our do now, and we have a do now about reframing our thoughts. And we'll talk about what that means in a minute. Our objective today, we're moving from addition to subtracting linear expressions. Remember, we're going to be doing a lot of combining like terms today. So that's our objective. Our essential questions are how can we subtract linear expressions and how do I use the distributive property when subtracting expressions? So our assignment will be to complete the do now. We do that in teams in OneNote, class notebook. We complete the problems one page today. We complete the exit ticket. Most important, what do? Show your work to the teacher. If you don't get done, you can always finish for homework. If your camera's not working, you can go ahead and send me a photo and you know how to get a hold of me. So important thing, Pi Day is coming and we're giving quiz credit for participation. So this is a big deal. A lot of you I know love those grades. You're doing very well and I'm so proud of you. Our exit ticket, what are the steps for subtracting linear expressions? So let's look to our do now. I hope you like our black and red and gray theme today. I just thought that would be a little fun. Windy March, and I think of these as windy colors. I don't know why, I just do. So imagine that you studied hard, okay? You really put some time and effort into a math test, yet you did not do well. What do you think and how do you feel? Could reframing your thoughts help you feel better? And here's what we mean by that. So, you might think, oh my gosh, I'm not smart. I don't know how to learn math. I just will never get it. And you just make yourself feel really bad when you say those things. Well, let's suggest another way to handle it. Maybe you could say, all right, I better ask Mrs. Gold for some extra help. Maybe I need to go over and do those problems a couple more times and watch the video one more time to see if I can understand it better. So you've reframed your thoughts, and instead of beating yourself up for not doing well, you got a plan. You got a couple things you're going to try. And then you say, I'm pretty good. I'm really proud of myself because you know what? This didn't go the way I wanted it, but I'm going to pick myself up by the bootstraps. And that's an old expression. And I'm just going to do really well. And I'm just going to move on from this. I'm going to talk to Mrs. Gold about why I didn't do well. I bet she'll give me some extra help. And, maybe I can even retake that quiz and do it over. So you show an effort, you show hard work, and it always comes back to you in a good way. So reframe your thoughts in a way that helps you to learn and grow. Okay? That's what we want to do. We don't want to just get ourselves down about things that just didn't go our way. Figure out what happened and move on. So I'd like you to talk about that right here. I love how you answer these do nows, and I've seen you put so much thought into them. I'm really proud of that. So I guess we'll stick with the theme and use the red today. So we're going to subtract linear expressions today. And we can subtract vertically or horizontally. Most of these will be horizontal. We have 3 steps. We're going to use the distributive property to eliminate the parentheses. Now, not all of them will have parentheses, okay? We're going to combine like terms, and we're going to write the final expression so that the exponents decrease, okay? That's from greater to less, okay? So if you have an exponent of 3, that will go before an exponent of 2 and an exponent of 1, which becomes an invisible exponent. So they're going to decrease from left to right, and that's the direction in which we usually do things. So now we're going to find each difference. So here's what I want you to think about. This subtraction, you can think of it as multiplying by a -1 and distributing the subtraction sign through to that second expression. So let's see how this looks. So we've got negative 7x plus negative 9. Now, this subtraction changes all of the signs inside the parentheses. So that would be negative 2 minus negative 8. Well, if we have minus negative 8, remember that's plus 8. So that would be plus 8x. So now we combine the x's, negative 7 plus 8, negative 7 plus 8 equals 1. So that's just x. We don't write 1x. That's an invisible 1. And we have negative 9 minus 2, negative 9 minus 2, which equals 11. So x minus 11 is our final answer. So number 2, we have in our first expression 9x plus 4. Then we're going to distribute the negative. So minus negative 8 is plus 8, and that's our x term. Minus negative 10 is plus 10. Now we'll combine the x's. 9x plus 8x is 17x, and then 10 plus 4 is a plus 14. 17x plus 14. And let's go on to number 3. Now we really need to think carefully as we distribute this 2 through the two terms in the expression. Remember, terms are separated by addition and subtraction. So 2 times negative 8 is negative 16, and that's an x term. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And then we have the negative sign. So we have negative 20, and negative times this negative 4 is a positive 4. So we only have the one x term, the negative 16x, but we've got 4 minus 20 plus 4. Well, here's a trick. The minus 4 and the plus 4 will cancel each other out, but we still have that minus 20. So the final answer, negative 16x minus 20. And number 5, we've got to distribute a couple of times here. So 5 will be distributed through the 2x and the 5, and the negative 3 will be distributed through x squared and 4x. So 5 times 2 is 10, that's x. 5 times positive 5 is 25. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. And negative 3 times a positive 4 is negative 12x. So the first thing we have is this negative 3x squared, and that has to go first. And then we'll combine the negative 12x and the 10x, which will give us negative 2x. And then we have this plus 25, and negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 25 is our final answer. Let's go up to number 5. We have negative 3x minus negative 8. So that's, we subtract a negative, it makes it positive, minus the quantity of x minus 11. So let's write this out. Negative 3x plus 8 minus x, negative times a negative is plus 11. Did you catch that? We've got negative 3x minus 1 more x. So that's negative 4x, because in front of that x is an invisible 1. Now we have positive 8 plus 11. 8 and 11 make positive 19. Number 6, we're going to distribute that 5 through the quantity of 10 minus 5x. Then we're going to subtract 2 minus 6x squared, and we'll have to put things in order. when we write our final answer. So first we distribute. 5 times 10 is 50, minus 5 times 5 is 25, x, negative 2, negative times 2 is negative 2, negative times negative 6x is positive 6x, and that is squared. Now let's rewrite these in order and combine like terms. We have one 6x squared term, so that will go first. It's a positive 6x squared. Then we have minus 25x, so that will go next. And then we have negative 2 and a positive 50. 50 minus 2, which is a positive 48. See if I can write that a little neater for you. Okay, and let's go on to the next one. This is called a trinomial. We have 3 terms in that second set of parentheses. So we'll start by writing 5x plus 6. Now the negative times 15x is negative 15x. Negative times negative 7 is positive 7. And a negative times positive 2x squared is a negative 2x squared. Now let's combine like terms and write our answer in proper form. First we have that negative 2x squared. Then we've got 5 minus 15. So we have a positive 5 and a negative 15, so that would be negative 10x. And then we have a positive 6 plus 7, which would be positive 13. And that is our final answer. And finally, number 8, we have 5x plus 4. And negative times a positive is negative 5x. Negative times a positive here is negative 12. So 5x minus 5x cancel the x's. 5 minus 5 is 0. We do not write 0x, so we just leave it blank. 4 minus 12 is negative 8, and negative 8 is our final answer. So we're done. Let's go back and look at our exit ticket and complete that thoroughly. So what are the steps for subtracting linear expressions? Well, the first thing we want to do, I think I need to change my color here. First thing we want to do, use the distributive property to eliminate the parentheses. And the next thing we will do is combine like terms. And finally, write our final expression with decreasing exponents from greater to smaller. Great job today, as always. I love to see you learn and grow in math. I see a lot of you are really becoming self-starters in your learning and getting really high school ready. So you know the drill. As always, with practice, you'll be great.